Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. On the line right now, legendary actor George Lazenby. And you remember him as Bond on Her Majesty's Service. And we're talking about his career, about Bond stories, and taking your questions. Now, George, do you mind if we take a question from Riley in Massachusetts?
Not at all.
Okay, great. Riley, you're on with the legendary George Lazenby. How you doing?
How you doing? Good. I got my kids here. I just went up playing with them while the commercials were on.
Oh.
Hey, Riley, so what's your question for George?
My question is, what is your favorite part, or what was your favorite part about being James Bond?
Diana Rigg.
So what was your favorite part about being James Bond, George?
At the time, I felt that I'd never be broke again, which wasn't true. But that was one of the things. Secondly, that I got caught up a little bit in my own ego with the fame. So I felt that I was, as big as anybody now. I gave you that feeling. You know, the Queen was shaking your hand, and
wow.
Nixon was inviting you to screenings, and I was sitting in between David Niven and Princess Grace at dinner and Aspen, and things like that were happening to me, which wouldn't happen to a regular car salesman. So my head was getting pretty sick.
So
Johnny Carson, I was on the Johnny Carson show. Every goddamn talk show you can think of wanted me on there. So it was a bit of a head spin from a bush cowboy from Australia.
So the prestige of being Bond alone was sufficient, George. I mean, that's amazing, and of course the stories you have from your career, spanning from the Bond film all the way to today, and the number of roles you played. I mean, man, it's quite a monument of work.
Yeah, but I was lucky to get any roles because after I quit Bond, I couldn't get arrested because I don't know what they said to people, but I got thrown off a lot of films because they thought I was still under contract or something. But I was basically blacklisted. I couldn't get arrested in America or England or anywhere that regular films were. I went to Hong Kong and started to work with Bruce Lee, and 3 days into working on the script, Bruce died.
Wow.
I understand you're quite the black belt, yes, in karate?
Yeah, I was. I went up to black belt with judo and taekwondo. I was probably a blue belt or something like that, but I was learning taekwondo is very good for film with the high kicks and all that stuff. So incidentally, I got good because I was doing a lot of it.
Now, did Bruce Lee do taekwondo?
No, he had a different thing that he did. Don't ask me what he didn't do. He was so good. He was way beyond me.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
And he was the right size. Plus, his whole life was revolved around, martial arts. Not to mention he's a very smart guy.
Do you still practice the martial arts?
No, I don't.
No.
It's still there. Basically, my kids go to karate, and they, sometimes practice on me.
Oh, well, that's good, though. Karate for kids, I think, is very beneficial.
How old are your children?
I got an 8-year-old George, and Sam and Kate are twins, 7 years old.
That's beautiful.
That's wonderful.
Great age, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, they're here with me right now, and they're doing their homework. I think that's child abuse, killing kids that age.
Oh, tell me about it, right? Now, for our listeners out there, you can actually catch George this weekend, January 12th and 13th, at the Westin LA Airport Convention Center. It's 5400 West Century Boulevard. That's right, guys. This weekend, January 12th and 13th, he's going to be at the Hollywood Show, joined with other notable actors like our own Larry Manetti and Mr. Robert Conrad. Roger E. Mosley will be in tow. So, I mean, it's going to be a really awesome show. Guys, and I'm giving you an opportunity now. If you do want to join George and Larry and the crew over at the Hollywood Show. If you go to the Larry Manetti Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Larry Manetti, if you post on there your favorite Magnum PI episode, you will be in the running for a chance to join George and Larry at the Hollywood Show.
And there's also Britt Eklund and Maud Adams and Lana Wood and lots of Philip
Max
and
Bear. Cindy Williams.
I saw the list. It was at least 60 notables, at least, that I could count. Yeah.
Greg
It's gonna be a
Evigan.
good show. Good
Amazing.
show.
And now, what was the time on that one? It was a pretty long show. It's like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I think it's 10 to 6.
I mean, you get 8 hours
I
with some of
don't
your
think I'll be
favorite
there
actors.
10 to 6. I'll be there from 10 till maybe 3 or 4.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, guys, be sure to join the fun. George, thank you so much for taking time to join us today, man. I really appreciate
Hey,
it.
it's my pleasure, man. Thank you.
George, I'll see you Saturday.
Talk to you. Cheers.
Guys, don't forget, go to facebook.com/The Real Larry Manetti and post your favorite Magnum PI episode, and you will be in the running for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Hollywood Show this weekend, January 12th and 13th in LA. Guys, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Manetti. 21st Pet Nutrition has a new Facebook page. Please check out their page and blog for up-to-the-moment facts, tips, and happenings with 21st Century